In the Hadrian series, I was talking Gauchisme, and I have two left, two stories with Gauchisme. If I don't remember something else, I don't, which I doubt. So one took place in a camp practice. So we were studying in geology. Gauchisme was doing geology too. And that was the first, second, or third year. Then after the third year, we separated geophysics, creme de la creme, the best would go for geophysics, and the rest would remain geologists. And in this case, we were doing trips in the field to watch rocks and study and see Jurassic, Cretacic, whatever, different periods and fossils and whatnot. I wonder how much I remember from all those things. Maybe it's enough to, not for a whole page, but for a couple of lines on a page in all, which is so absurd, of course, on so many levels. It's just a question of coming back to that, the vocation, the circumstances, commie days. I mean, I guess geology was an option. The worst of many, the better of many evils. You go for something like humanities, you have to eat a lot of shit. Socialism, Ceausescu, and the communist doctrine, and how writers see the light and understand the workers, and let's not continue on that path. So there was that. The other side with polytechnics, with factories, and then again committees and dirty work. So geology looked like, okay, I'll get a hammer on my back and gaily let's just walk through the fields and smell the flowers. No, it didn't turn out that way. And seeing more in the field, I explained in a previous episode, I found out that it doesn't have any perspective, any chance, especially with a great revolution of a new thing Ceausescu had in mind. So there's again the background a little. And never worked a day in my life as a geologist. I had a job assignment at the end, and I did finish in spring of 1990, after the revolution, immediately after the revolution, and then I said no, and I didn't. Again, I went for the hospitality business and tried some other. We've had a few episodes before, trips to Germany, Austria, trying trade, import, things like that. Driving to get Socrate and his merchandise back to the country. Let's try and finish with Gauchisme. So we're in Transylvania somewhere, watching the rocks, and so that's what we were doing during the day for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, a week. And in the evening, but before that, there was an incident in this training program. We stopped at the museum, Museum of Gold, Museu Aurului de la Brad, from Brad. And while inside, there was a mistake from an error from the administration. They left, there were important pieces and precious stones and enclosed. But this one apparently it was opened, and a ruby, a sapphire disappeared. We had to spend quite some time. The professors, a couple of them in charge, were aware. Okay, so you give it. You put it somewhere and we'll not know who it is. Let's just finish this. So things like that. In the evening, this was discussed, with the ruby and somebody else with Indian who took it. Who took it? Mitza. I don't know what name it was. If it was Mitza, Mitza comes from a joke we have. This one is also in other episodes. Who's Mitza? Or another name, but it was clearly something invented. It was something Beelzebub, something. But Goshi, with his slow thinking, as if he comes out from Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, a classic of psychology. Daniel Kahneman, the only psychologist to have won the Nobel Prize. Not for psychology, there is no such a thing, of course, for economy. Sits there and sits, and obviously it's ruminating, is chewing on this, and then in the end, who is Nietzsche? So we were left with an inside joke, if you will, showing how long it could take someone to just think of a simple subject. And why didn't he just ask that when it happened? He was a bizarre character. I have one anecdote left, but maybe for tomorrow. Sprinkled with something else, of course, not just that, I guess.